Welcome to the Norwood Board of Education meeting, January 15th, 2015. Could you call the roll, please?
Horsley.
Here.
Miracle. Here. Faulkner.
Here.
Bryant.
Here.
Scott Geraci.
Here.
If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay.
Horsley.
Yes.
Miracle.
Yes.
Faulkner.
Yes.
Scott Geraci.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes. Approval of minutes, committee meeting, November 10th, 2014. Regular Board of Education meeting, November 20th, 2014. Committee meeting, December 9th, 2014. Regular board meeting, December 18th, 2014.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Scott Geraci.
Yes.
Faulkner.
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Miracle.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes. Yes. Presentations, Mr. Modio.
Yes, thank you very much. The month of January is noted as National School Board Appreciation Month. Tonight, I would like to take a moment to thank each of our school board members for the care and passion that on a daily basis, behind the scenes in many cases, that you provide for our kids in your position as a school board member for the Norwood School District. While I know certificates I'll be presenting to you here in a moment are just a simple gesture of appreciation, just know that our students gain each day, have a better academic environment, and our entire school district and our entire community is better because of that passion and care, and you keeping the children at the center of each and every one of your thoughts. I'd like to call your name. If you please come up, and we just have a small token of our appreciation for your service to the district and to our children. Mr. Bryant. Mr. Faulkner, you have the longest walk. Mrs. Horsley. Mr. Miracle. And Ms. Scott Geraci. Just as a final note, professionally, I have great appreciation for the guidance and the support that you provide for myself and the administrative staff. While our school board meetings that are on television may seem like we do a bunch of stuff and in 35 minutes we're done, but a school board meeting is a culmination of work by everybody up here every day leading up to it. And then the next day, you start working on all the items for the following month. We have two school board meetings a month. This is a regular meeting, they're on TV. The Tuesday prior to every board meeting, we have what's called a committee meeting. And those are not on television, but it's not uncommon for us to work on one topic for 2-3 hours. I'm tired of these guys out sometime. And sometimes we've had to have even a special meeting to be able to continue to work on these things. So while it may seem that everything is just down on paper, we go through it real quick, we may have one item up here that we have spent, and sometimes maybe 6-7 hours over 3 months to work to the point to what is the best decision in the best interest of our children. And I appreciate the work and the guidance and leadership that our school board provides. Thanks, guys. Our next item on our presentations and recognitions tonight is our Gear Up grant. As many people in our community may know, in September of 2014, the Norwood City School District was one of 4 districts in the entire state of Ohio out of 613 school districts to be awarded the federal Gear Up grant. This grant will provide, beginning with the graduating class of 2016, significant financial assistance for our students to attend college within the paradigm of being a first-generation college student or attendee from the family or families and students designated as economically disadvantaged. This grant will also provide assistance to families and students alike in the college search and selection process, financial aid applications, and continue to provide assistance and support to the students and families throughout the college career. You know, one of the greatest desires and goals of any educator is to simply provide hope for our children, whether it's their first day when they come into school, is our desire that each day, our hope each day is that they are a better student, that they've had a rewarding academic opportunity in school and experience in school that day. This grant alone gives significant hope to students starting in the graduating class for 2016 for 7 years, beginning with that graduating class, of the financial means being provided through this grant of being able not only to attend college, but have the support during the 4 years while they're in school. Without taking too much of the thunder of our Gear Up Grant staff, I would like to turn this over to Ms. Maureen Heinz. She is our Gear Up Grant Director for our school district, and she's going to provide significantly more information. Ms. Heinz, come on up. Give me a lower the mic, I can do that for you.
I'm fine, thank you. I'll move it a little closer. Can everyone hear me okay? Great, hi. Good evening, Board of Education, Norwood community. I am so excited to be here. By the way, we are the best district out of the 4 districts that have been picked to receive the Gear Up grant. I did want to just confirm that because we have been in training in Columbus, and we have been there over the Christmas vacation so that we would be ready when you all returned back from the holidays to jump right in and get started. And I have to say, everyone was so impressed about our school district, our superintendent, the support we've received so far. We are located in the library, and we share the space with wonderful Miss Brittany, who's an alumni. And we are in the Gear Up Loft, which is the 2nd floor of the library, and we are the only team in the state that has that kind of space to work with our students directly. So we feel very blessed. I feel very blessed to have this job. When people are asking me, what's your new job? I'm like, I'm helping every Norwood student go to college. I have the best job in America, and people are jealous, I can tell. So I want you to know that I feel very blessed to be here. This is a wonderful community. I've been here and working hard the last 3 weeks getting to know community members and getting to know some students, not enough. Tomorrow I get right in there. I'm on my list starting tomorrow. I'm excited to meet the kids directly. But everyone has been kind. Everyone has been welcoming. Mr. Modio, Superintendent Modio, has been unbelievably supportive, and they were bragging about him in Columbus, about how much ownership he feels about this and how important it is for our kids here at Norwood. So I'm going to get right into business. All of you have a packet in front of you, and I will keep the audience engaged also. We couldn't give everyone a packet. We're on a budget, tight budget. The money's got to go to the kids and to college. Anyway, our first document, we're going to be orange. We have a color. Everything that comes out will be orange, just so it catches eyes, and we'll be the Gear Up Orange team. And it starts with our one-on-one advising. As Superintendent Amodio stated, the class of 2015 are not able to get the scholarships this year. And it's only this year because of the way the grant rolled out from the federal government. It's no one's fault or anything else. But I feel very personally responsible to help them every step of the way to receive as much federal funding, Pell Grant, all of the other opportunities that are out there. But it's not easy. It's a tremendous task to fill out a FAFSA, to worry about getting your taxes done, all of those things for anyone. It doesn't matter if you're a student, a parent, a mom, and dad, it's very overwhelming. So we are here focused right away, started today. Carlton and James got to meet with students today to start getting on the FAFSA, and we've already got 2 kids loaded with their FAFSAs, and we're on day 1, so we're excited. And James is going to talk more about the FAFSA procedure. But one-on-one right now advising is strictly for the class of 2015. We're going 1 kid at a time. We started with 20 each. We're going to get to 60. We're going to take a breath, and we're going another 40 because we want to get to all 100 of the students to talk about 3 topics. They're FAFSA first, because the earlier you get it in, and February 15th is our deadline, the more money they'll receive. Then finishing any college application process, maybe a 1-year, a 2-year, a Veda Beauty School, wherever it's going to be. I talked to a few students today. We want to help them secure to make sure that that plan is intact. And then, of course, if they need ACT prep, to make sure that if there's any money out there matching the GPA with the ACT, that we're getting it for them. The next step is our community and partners and parent organizations. We've had the blessing yesterday, got to go to the Community Coalition meeting. I'm going to be talking to Mr. Miracle about our Norwood Promise. I'm excited about that. Meeting with the alumni, meeting with the foundation, just so we really feel part of our community. And again, there's so much going on here. It's so exciting that we're here to support it, continue it, add our piece to it, and we have a little bit more time than a lot of people do to do that, so we're really here to partner. There is a formal school analysis, a needs analysis, that Ms. Kimberly and Ms. Christina over at Central Office is going to help me with, but it's all, the board has it in front of them. Board, you might just want to pull it out. It's really, the grant is based on the whole college applications and students, but it's really looking at the curriculum, what we're doing here with our math, with our English, with our 8th graders, with our GPAs, how many students we have taking AP exams and AP courses, how many ACTs. So instead of just coming in and to say, oh, let's see where we're going to start, it's a very formal procedure, and I ran that off for you because I know boards love data and all of that. So that when that gets completed and I have time to debrief with our superintendent, I will sit with you all, or I'll come back to another meeting and share all the wonderful things we're doing and then where our goals are. This is like our building improvement plan. It's the Gear Up improvement plan based on what you all are doing right now and all the great things, and then areas where we can always get better. Everyone can get better. So that's our formal needs assessment, and I can answer questions later about that, but our audience, you know, that's a little intense for them. Then our college visits, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, and then we're going to do workshops, of course, with resume writing, interviewing skills, career exploration. We are here working all summer, so we'll be at the summer programs in the schools, in the community. And then our communication, we're doing a Facebook, we're doing a Twitter, all the social media that reaches our young people. And then we also are going to definitely get on one call now with our parents to remind them of all the deadlines, and then also get our students' cell phones loaded in one call now so we can directly get them involved, because we need to empower them. But as the superintendent said, the nice part is that we're here for 7 years. So when Erica graduates this year and goes to Cincinnati State, and she's on my caseload, I can check on Erica's grades through the clearinghouse, through College Path, in which James will talk about, to see how she's doing in her freshman year, because so often they leave us and then we worry, did they stay? Are they doing okay? Are they still getting their FAFSA filled out after their freshman year in college? So there is a way that we're going to continue our connection with our students to see them through all 4 years, especially these 7th graders. And again, the Gear Up is about 7th through 12th grade. It involves everyone, because it really starts with our 7th grade parents. And James is going to talk about that because he is our middle school expert down there, or going to be in time. And then the big thing is common sense. We are here every day. We follow the school schedule, but we work on the holidays, you know, through the breaks and stuff, because we need to get our legwork done so that when we're here, we're available to be with kids. But we are 7:30 to 3, but of course, we'll be here in the evenings to go to parent meetings, evening appointments for parents with students, and we're located in the loft. So that's our general overall. Our work plan, because I know boards love that, is year 1. That's everything we have to get done from now until June, and we're chipping away. And then year 2, which you could see is a little bit more extensive, but it involves, it's really neat, mentorships, job shadowing, all of those other pieces of career exploration. But that is after June, and that's our summer work to get in there and set up some job shadowing experiences for all of our juniors that will be seniors. Our next big news, and you're the first to hear, is that we partnered with Liberty Tax. This morning I confirmed the deal with Gina and Michael Williams. They're wonderful. They're right here by Walgreens. I could walk there from here. It was great. They are coming to do all of the class of 2015's taxes, all the parents and all the students, for free. And it's just for our students and the parents and their, you know, family members. May it be if a grandmother is their legal guardian, whoever's living in that house is getting their taxes done if they're a class of 2015 Norwood student. And we're kicking it off February 3rd at 11 o'clock in the morning till 8 p.m. in the lovely library. Downstairs will be the Liberty Tax, and then upstairs will be James and Carlton helping parents start their FAFSAs, because the deal with the FAFSAs, which James will talk about, is it's so much easier if the taxes are done. And the taxes are hard, and the W-2s and all that, but the Liberty Tax people are so excited, and we're doing a little television promo next week, so you'll have to watch for us. Oh yes, thank you, television people. That's next week. We're gonna record that, but I just wanted to let you know that our local business spent 3 hours with me this morning and couldn't do enough. They were so excited to help our parents and our seniors. And then after that, we're going to go to College Goals Sunday, which some of you might have heard. We are partnered with UC Blue Ash through the grant formally for the next 7 years. And our lucky day, UC Blue Ash is the only host of College Goals Sunday in Southwest Ohio. So of course I called them and said, well, we're a little special because we're the grant people. So we're going to get some buses, and we're going to bus all our seniors and all their parents. Notice I said buses. I'm hoping for a big turnout. We're going to go to Blue Ash for the day, or 2 hours, because people are very busy. And we are going to do a whole college admissions. They're going to talk to all of our seniors, whether they're going to school there or not, just about college and life and the admissions process if they haven't made a decision, or if they have, it's just nice to see another campus and learn what's out there. And then the second half, the staff of UC Blue Ash are going to sit with our parents to finish up any leftover FAFSAs, because their taxes will be done, but maybe they don't get up to our school on February 3rd to get it done. So the goal is, by College Goals Sunday, which is February 8th, which is happening all over the state of Ohio, but we're the only school district being bussed in, we're going to have everything done. And if not, then we got all of February, March to keep plugging along, of course. But our goal is to get, the earlier we get the students' paperwork done with our federal government and everyone else, the more money they'll receive. And that's the goal. Are there any questions so far? Okay, James, come on over. This is James Antover. I have two wonderful staff members with me, James and Carlton. Carlton's son, who is, how old's Carlton? Is it 7? I think 7, is his first basketball game tonight, and Carlton's the coach. So he couldn't be here. We told him that's a priority. Family is always priority. But he is working, Carlton is working directly with our high school students. He's going to be focusing on 10, 11, 12, and then James is focusing on 7, 8, and 9. And then I'm everywhere in the community and with our students, and providing information and data and reports and all of that to our board and our superintendent and to our parents. And at this time, I'm going to bring James on.
So there's 3 more pieces that we just wanted to take a quick look at that are in your folders, and for the audience, to try to explain them as much as I can. This is the sheet that we're giving every senior that we see. We're going to be in all of the advisories. Our plan is to be in all of the advisories by the next 2 weeks. So we will have seen every senior who's been in an advisory. We'll be handing this out, which is basically, it's a quick guide that's accompanied by our presentation for the FAFSA and for financial aid as a whole. So we'll be talking about why the FAFSA is important to fill out, what benefits students receive from filling the FAFSA out, how to begin filling the FAFSA out, and then we'll be talking about other stuff like scholarships, and then also other types of loans and aid through those type of things. Just so students at least see us one time, and then the point is to schedule visits with all of those interested students to go one-on-one and go through this and get it really in the shape that it needs to be in. So that's this piece right here. This right here that says College Path on it, this is the basically the data collection program that we're going to be using for everything that we do. So every time we meet with a student, every time we do a presentation, it's going to go in here, and that's how we keep track of everything that we do, so we know that we're on track with what's going on in the grant. So we're going to be accountable for everything that we do, and we're going to be accountable for everything we do based on our needs assessment and based on what the goals that we set. So College Path, the really great thing about College Path, though, is some of the pieces of data collection that are harder to do without a program that's this comprehensive. So for one thing, once we get all our seniors, and let's say we enter a ton of data in there, about our seniors. So what their career goals are, where they're planning on going to school. We get a ton of contact information, so we know a lot of different people that we can call in case anything's going on. All that stuff stays in the system and then moves with those seniors to next year. So in their first year of college, we'll have them there, and that will be tied in with the National Clearinghouse data. So we will actually be able to see college grades, and we will actually be able to see how they're doing in college, and we'll be able to communicate with them through that same system. So College Path lets us do that, and by the time next year rolls around, and we'll be pairing this with a career planning software called Naviance, what we're going to be able to do is working with our 7th and 8th graders all the way through those first years of college. We're going to have them in the system, and we'll have everything recorded. How many times did we meet with a student during the entire 7 years that we were working with them? So we'll have all that information, and that way we'll be able to really tell, are there students that we're missing? Are there students that we're spending a lot of time with? Are there students that we're spending some time with who maybe need more support based on their GPA, based on some of these other indicators? So those type of things are all going to go in the College Path software, and we'll be able to use that. So that's what that is. The last portion here is about ACT prep. So we'll definitely be finishing up ACT prep with seniors. There's pieces of the college admissions process that students may be eligible for more types of merit aid with higher ACT scores. There's no doubt about it. The planetarium also already runs a great ACT prep program. They do it Tuesday, Thursday, in between each ACT prep, and then they do a boot camp at the beginning. So we're not going to be replacing that at all. But that is a program that runs on Sundays and after school. So during school, for example, if a student is an athlete and they're not able to attend the ACT prep after school, during school, I and Carlton will be able to provide some other services in terms of ACT prep based on the information we get from the planetarium and based on stuff that the students tell us about what they feel like they need to work on. So we'll be able to provide some more services in that realm, at least for ACT prep in the next for our juniors and our seniors. So that's pretty much it.
Do you have any questions? Well, thank you so much.
Marina James, thank you very much for your work for our children. Next item on our agenda is our technology presentation from Sharpsburg staff members, Sarah Lape, Renisha Barker, and Karen Eads. So if you guys like to come forward and show us some of the tremendous things that you guys are doing. And Emily Hutchison too, sorry Em.
We have to move, right?
Yeah, we should move.
Well, good evening. I'm Emily Hutchison. I'm a title first grade teacher at Sharpsburg. And this is Karen Eads and Sarah and Renisha. And we wanted to start off today with a pre-assessment because that's what we would do with our own students. So that's what your cards are. It's a program called Clickers that we can use in our classroom. And you'll see each one of you are a number. And these will show up here as a number. So, and for our students, we would put their names in there. But you'll see A, B, C, and D on the cards. So when you answer the question, you want to hold up your card for your answer. So if you choose A, the A would be at the top. If you choose D, the D would be at the top. Possibly.
Turn blue again, wait, it says computer.
I know it's so small. It's really small so that the kids can't see each other's cards, see each other's answers.
It should be hard to set up.
Oh, okay. Yep, it came up, thanks. Okay, so our question, which you can't see all of it, but it says, how much do you know about Sharpsburg technology use? So A, if you choose A, it's very little, B would be some, and C would be a lot. And so what you do is you hold up your card in front of you so that I can see it. And then all I have to do is go like this, and you'll see that your answer comes up on the board. Wow. It keeps coming up. Okay. We only have 4 people up there, so I'm gonna check. And so we can do this in our classroom. And then we are able to show a graph to show the students how their answers came up. So you guys do something. Do you want to hit the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
So our goal today is that you will hopefully have a different answer than that at the end of our presentation.
Okay, so we wanted to start with K and 1, since we're trying to build a foundation. K1 and 2 are trying to build a foundation for those upper grades who are testing with the technology now. So our purpose in using the technology is to cultivate their skills, preparation for the state testing, and just engagement, and then providing immediate feedback, which this was an example of one way that we try to provide immediate feedback for them. So cultivating skills, we tried really hard to integrate the technology as an appropriate supplement. We're not replacing books or any of those important things in our classroom, but we're trying to use it so we can kind of cultivate those skills that we're already teaching them with hands-on manipulatives and activities that we're doing in our classroom. So the first picture is an example. We were studying shapes, so we asked them to go around with the iPad and take pictures of their shapes that they found in the classroom, and then they had to get up and present what they found to their students. And then another picture is a first grade student building shapes. That's a geoboard on the iPad, and they were able to, we used the geoboards, and then on the following day they got to use the iPad to create shapes, and then they had to describe the shapes to their classmates. Preparation for testing, one thing that's hard for them is typing, and so we're trying to start working on that in K and 1. This is an app called Scribble Press where they can write their stories and then take those stories and type them into this program and illustrate, and then we can print their books out. So it's a way to just start getting them to look at those keys and understand those keys. And then Raz Kids is the first picture, and we're gonna actually have you guys try that out because it's working on having them read a text and then answer questions based on that text, which is what they would need to be able to do.
Do the next one.
And then this was one way that we provided immediate feedback, and then we have a few other apps, such as Front Row, which is a math app. It's differentiated at their level, and they answer questions and they get immediate feedback, or if they need help with it, then they actually have videos and tutorials on there to help the kids with that immediate teaching. So now you get to try it out.
So we thought we'd have you try out the Raz Kids. I teach reading, and I always want something that keeps them engaged but with learning at all times. And so when we're doing reading groups, sometimes I'm not sure about centers, that it's really quality, that they're getting every minute, everything they need. But with Raz Kids, I feel they do. So if you open it up, you'll see that we established folders for our first graders. There's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday folder, and each folder has either reading, writing, math, and then there's a fun Friday and spelling. So if you find your Reading Thursday folder, so you'll have, there's a Reading Thursday folder. You're already there. And if you click on that, you'll see Raz Kids. You'll see several different apps that we use, but I wanted to show you Raz Kids today. And then you should see my name, Karen Eads, pop up. And so if you click on that, and then you should be able to find your name. And you just click on your name, and then you'll see down at the bottom there are messages, and I can send messages. So I can send messages to the students directly, and so you should have a message. If you click on the message down there, you have a message to read, and the students know they're to read those messages before they begin. And then you can go back out of that, and you all earned 100 bonus points just for reading your message. And then you'll see your assignment, and that's the planet there. And it's all differentiated. I would have done 3 assessments to find out your reading levels, but right now you're all at different reading levels. And you'll see, I set you all at a different book room, so you can only choose books from that level. And then you can see that you can listen to the story, and then you can read the story, and then it'll give you a quiz. So it's really nice. Did you try one? And the earbuds that were provided are very helpful for this read aloud. Mr. Williams is not firing up. Hence is our lives.
That's a cat sign to this now?
False.
No, I'm just kidding.
So what's really nice about it is there are fiction, there are nonfiction, students can go in by interest. And then once they complete their entire book room, it will, if they're successful on the quizzes, it will bump them up to the next reading level. There's also a communication piece with parents. I can send messages to the parents through this. They can send messages to me if they provide an email. And then I can go to look at the students' test scores as well, and we can have conversations about that. And on the test, it also tells me the skills that they're doing well on, or just the skills they might be struggling with. And I can work on that with them as well. So I have for you, and my apologies that I should have printed out the Spanish version for you as well. But I'll give this letters to the families so they can give me their email addresses. And then they can know exactly what's going on with their children. And so it's really nice for parent communication. They can see what's going on. The students really are engaged in it. Mrs. White has walked in and they just don't even lift their eyes up. They just keep working it. They really love it. And we just did our recent run of DRAs, and they're really showing growth in their reading. So it's just a nice app, one of many that we use, but it's a strong one.
Okay.
So Renisha and I are here to talk about the Chromebooks that we use from 2nd grade to 6th grade, and they have them all the way up to the high school, and how we utilize those in our classroom. So we have enough for everybody. Okay. And you will need to sign in as some of my students. So I have 2nd graders, so they have a folder with their username and password inside of it, so that they never forget.
Yeah, everybody does.
You can talk about this. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Is there?
And you do have to make sure to make your name capital letters. Kids often forget that.
Once you're logged in, if you could give me a thumbs up, that will let me know that you're ready to go and move on to the next step.
Just run here real quick.
The first and the last name. And this is about how long it takes for kids to log in.
Not much faster.
Yeah, they're not that much faster. Do you need my code?
All right, if you've gotten to the point where you have gotten into the classroom and you see the classes that are listed there, up in the top right corner, there is a plus sign next to Sarah's email address. You're just going to click the plus sign, and she's going to give you a code that you can enter to join her classroom.
So you can see my class code is on the side here, 9KRL98. And that in you will join the board meeting class. So our classroom looks a lot like a Facebook feed. We post assignments, we can post announcements for the kids. Because I have second graders and they're not very good at typing websites in, I post everything to the classroom. It's like one document in the classroom, everything's listed right there. All the websites we visit frequently are under the About tab, so they don't even have to search the street for them. That way we don't have to worry about typing errors and not being able to get to the website to the documents that we need.
Class code is up here underneath the board meeting. All right, I am a fourth grade reading teacher, and I use the Google Classroom for pretty much everything that we do. The students come into my room, they open up the Chromebook, and they get started right away on the assignments that they have to work on. So I just have a couple of examples of assignments that the students are currently working on, and you can kind of go in and play with the tasks that they have to do. It's for preparation for state testing. It's very engaging. The students are really excited about being on the computer and copying and pasting and typing in answers. Before we begin each unit, every student is given a learning log, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like, and you're able to click on that. The learning log lists the learning target that we're focused on for the week. The assignments are listed there by reading, writing, or spelling, language. They are responsible for writing down their completion date. They have a section for self-assessment where they rate their own understanding of the assignment that they've worked on, and then I give them my assessment score. And the students are really good about emailing me or writing comments on the back of their learning log if there are any problems at all. So this is kind of something that they use to keep track of their own learning, and they do a really good job of keeping track of it, and they're accountable for it. So right now we're doing a study of national parks using nonfiction text. And we're working on identifying topic, main idea, and supporting details in the text. So if you were to go down and click on that assignment, Yosemite Graphic Organizer, this is something that the students would see and work on. They're given the key points up at the top. They have a reading passage to answer, and then a graphic organizer which they would fill out using the information from the passage. The assignment also requires them to do some copying and pasting and highlighting key information in the text. Again, this is for practice for our testing that's coming up. And again, it's very engaging. The students really enjoy doing this rather than having paper and pencil. If one of you would like to go in and kind of try it out, to answer the questions in the graphic organizer, you simply double click. And you would go in and kind of type in your answer there. And the students are really, really good at this. So if somebody wants to do that for me really quickly and share it with me or turn it in, I can kind of show you how I provide feedback very quickly. Once the assignments are turned in, I'm able to go and look at the students' work.
Can you double click on it so I can drawing and see if it's because it's your document and it's on my class.
Oh, okay. But typically, I would be able to click on the student's work, highlight any area that was of concern, and write a comment and send it back to them, and they're immediately able to see what my comment was, what they need to go back and fix, or if they did a great job on that. So again, that's just an example of, I'm gonna get the X out of it, the classroom.
I'm probably yeah.
Along with our study of national parks, one of the things that the students are going to be responsible for doing is creating a PowerPoint presentation of a national park. So they are going to be looking at a variety of nonfiction text and also doing some research using internet resources to create a PowerPoint presentation. So I have the PowerPoint pretty much laid out for them in the format that I want them to create, and they're just going to kind of go in and add the information on their own about their park. We've been working on one together as a class just to kind of, so I can model for them what it should look like and how that process would be. So this is the one that we've worked on together. And the students have really done a great job with this. They're learning how to add pictures and videos and do things with the text. And they really, really enjoy doing this. They really, really do.
So I use this with second grade math. We do it as a center, so one group a day gets out the Chromebooks. I usually do an exit slip for them based on something they learned last week so that I can easily see if they're retaining that information, if I need to reteach it, and how it's going. I usually just use two different formats. So one, you can see an assignment called story problems. Those look a lot like Rainisha's, where you open up a document. I wanted to see if they were able to work out their story problem on paper and take their answer back to the screen, because that's what's going to be happening on these state tests, that you'll have to be able to use scrap paper instead of just the paper you're actually taking the test on. I was amazed because when we did it on paper, I had some students that weren't engaged at all, and they were like, "Ooh, this is so boring." I put the Chromebook in front of them. They could have done story problems all day because they're just that much more excited that it's the pretty computer and it's technology, and it gets them engaged in it a lot more. The other form I use is Google Forms. And I've already taken this one, so it's not going to let me take it again. Google Forms allows me to make quizzes for the students. I can choose multiple choice questions, fill in the text questions, checkbox questions, a variety of different ways to answer. And they'll see if it'll let me open. A screen like this. They fill out their name, they answer the questions, and then they submit at the bottom of the page their test. I can create it so they can only take it one time. I didn't have a lot of kids that were trying to take it multiple times, so then I get their answers a lot. They take it one time, I get the answers, Google automatically creates a spreadsheet for me with the list of every student who took it, the answer they got for every single question, and there's an app that will grade it for me. So I can have immediate results on this quiz. I can see in live time if they've completed it. So while they're at centers, I can be roaming the room, but I can have that spreadsheet up, and I'll be able to see their names pop up. So I'll know, did you just go to the fun games that are math related, or did you take the quiz you're supposed to take? And I can say, like if I see someone's name not pop up, I can say, are you still working on it, or did you forget to do it? And I can automatically see their answers, and I can have grades as soon as I set the answer sheet, it'll grade it for me. It gives me percentages, it tells me what question was the most missed, so I can see if there's a certain one that they're getting stuck on. So that's how we use it in second grade math.
Do you guys have any questions about the way that we use
Great work.
Well, we have one more question for you.
Yes, we do.
It's your exit
Shut it off, sorry.
So we're wrapping it. All right, thank you.
Great work, guys. Outstanding.
Kenny probably is trying to take it home and took care of questions.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah Horsley, and I not only sit here on the Norwood City Schools Board of Education, I also am a proud member of the Community Advisory Council for Avenues for Success. And I wanted to showcase the website that we have just completed for our program. It's really exciting. It's a great way for our parents, our students, and our families to be able to get the information about our programs that we're offering our students here in our school district. The After Schools program, which is Avenues for Success, is they're just exciting programs that we offer our students that other communities and other students don't have access to. And we're really proud of the work that we have done with this program. And Laura Ferguson and Sheila Faust have done a phenomenal job building this program and keeping it running for our schools. The website that I'm going to walk through has got a couple tabs. It's a little hard for me to see from this side, so I'll try to do my best to keep on task. But for the programs, it's a $25 fee for the entire year. So your student pays $25 and they can take part in as many clubs and programs as they would like for that school year. So it's a great benefit for our students and families. The website, which is avenuesforsuccess.net, was updated by Tyler Irwin, who is a teacher here at Norwood Middle School, and he's just been working diligently on this to make this information exciting for our students and families, easy to access, and in a much better format than what we had it in, just a few months ago, right, Laura? Laura's here. She'll be up on stage soon enough. So when you go to the home page, you'll notice that there are lots of pictures. These are all our Norwood students and families, and they're actually taking part in some of the programs that we offer. All of these programs were beautifully taken by our official photographer of Avenues for Success, which is Rena Reflections. And you'll see them, like I said, participating in all the activities. So that's the home page. And I'll scroll down a little bit because there is more pictures. There's a couple of additional pieces of information. At the bottom, there's a link to our Facebook page. If you're not a fan or haven't liked our page, please do so. I think it's a great way to keep involved with the program and keep updated about all of the great things we offer. The About tab covers off the mission, our story, the philosophy, and our goal of our program. So this is great information on what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what our interaction with the community is. For the Get Involved tab, this is how you and your child can find out about the programs and services that we offer. It's also, you'll see the Kroger Community Rewards. I'm going to give a plug for that. Kroger is giving away money to the community programs just by you shopping there. It does not affect your fuel points. You do have to go online, log in with your little Kroger Plus card, and then automatically when you shop there, a portion of your shopping trip will be donated to our program. So it's Avenues for Success, and we have a link there on the website as well to be able to do that. But this page overall just covers off, the benefits to you and your child. It also has right here our application form. So this is the form you fill out to get your child enrolled in any one of our programs. And they have one for the middle school and high school, and then one for the elementary school. And then we also have our medical form, which is needed for any activity that your child participates in here. A lot of our programs do use a bus to get to the various locations that we host our clubs, because sometimes they're not in the school, they're also out of school. For the news tab, and this is exciting as well, there's any new programs, services that we're offering, any new partnerships that will be posted here. The latest one was the Norwood Police Partners with Avenues for Success. It's a very exciting initiative, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to encourage you to go out to the site and find out more about that. The Partners tab, we could not run this without our partners. We need people and donations in order to create and keep these solid programs for our students. So this is an easy way for people in our community and outside of our community to be able to give back and partner with Avenues for Success. And there is, I believe, current partners as well. So I will share with you some of the current partners that have been doing so much for our programs, either coming in and running different clubs for us, giving monetary donations, etc. Then the exciting information of the programs we offer our students is covered under the Programs tab. And just on the left side of the screen, you'll see some of the clubs highlighted. I know it's hard to read, it's getting cut off, but we have academic clubs, social recreation clubs like game club, skateboard club, enrichment clubs like fashion design, drum club. There's so many more that aren't listed on here, but at the bottom of the page, you can go and download a form that will cover off the programs that we offer in each school. So it's broken down by high school, middle school, and then each one of our elementaries. So you can look at this information and find out a club that's offered in your child's school. And then last but not least is the contact information. So, if you want to send an email through this site, you can do so, or Laura Ferguson's information, her email, her phone number is all listed right here. And, I'm just really proud of this. I wanted to show this not only to our board members, but also to our community, because this website is a critical way for us to be able to share information with you and, allow you to find information to get your children involved in these very wonderful programs to give them such great experiences, which is what we're striving to do with the Avenues for Success. Any questions? Please like us on Facebook. Check out the website. Thank you.
Our next presentation and recognition for the evening is our student and staff Rising Stars for the month of January 2015. Rising Stars are chosen within our staff members, chosen by our colleagues, and with our students, chosen by your teachers. And Rising Stars are chosen due to an individual, whether it be an adult or a little person, of their attitude and their effort, service to others, and just general well-being in the school day. We start out with the Student Rising Stars. And for the month of January, our Norwood High School Rising Star students are Caroline Moyers and Melanie Williamson. It is with great pleasure the Norwood High School selected Caroline Moyers as a January Rising Star. I've had pleasure of knowing Caroline since she was in the first grade. Even in the first grade, Caroline was a young lady with a great attitude and a big smile. While at the high school, Caroline has continued to grow into an outstanding citizen who, of course, is always smiling. Caroline is an excellent student who cares about her schoolwork and puts time into ensuring that her grades are always above average. Her current GPA is 3.44. Caroline is the type of student that every teacher dreams about. She comes to class every day, participates, has good grades, and is helpful to other students. What more could a teacher ask for? Caroline Moyers in every classroom. But what I truly find admirable about Caroline is her resiliency. Through the ups and downs of her life, she continues to have a positive attitude and a willingness to push through the hard times and see the positive in everything. Again, always with a smile on her face. Congratulations, Caroline. I ask that I was remiss, when I call your name, come on down front, receive a certificate from Mr. Bryant, stay standing on the blue carpet in front of the small stage, and once we have everybody from that group, we get a picture. What I read about you, as well as your picture, for students, you'll be in the next issue of the Norwood Star, and then staff and students be on the front page of our website within about 24 hours. And then once we're finished, we'll take a couple minutes break, and everybody who was recognized for Rising Stars, you need to follow our executive assistant, Ms. Havlin, if you could raise your hand, out to the lobby for more pictures to be taken of you. So, next Rising Star for the high school is Melanie Williamson. Melanie is a student who works hard every day and does so consistently. Mr. Shank states, when I had her as a student, she didn't have any lapses with homework, binders, note-taking, or any of the things that often plague students. Besides her work ethic and organizational skills, she has an incredible personality and a wonderful sense of humor. She helps me 7th bell with making copies, organizing my room, and running small errands. Often she comes in with a funny story from babysitting to something along those lines that really helps some days. Melanie is truly a special kid with a bright future ahead of her. She does a phenomenal job keeping things in perspective, and she is definitely a bright spot in our school. Congratulations, Melanie. Norwood Middle School Rising Star students for January are Mandy Leach and Mason Pfeiffer. Norwood Middle School is proud to announce Mandy Leach as a Rising Star student for the month of January. As a 7th grader, Mandy makes it her personal goal to demonstrate all of the school's pride and peace builder characteristics in the way she treats others. Mandy is a humble, hardworking student who quietly sets an example for her peers. Mandy's teachers unanimously nominated her for Student of the Month honor. It's evident that she tries her best each and every day in the school. Ms. Walters, Mr. Mayfield, Ms. England, and Mr. Luking had nothing but good things to say about Mandy, her academic work, and the kindness she shows to others. In addition to academics, Mandy participates in band and enjoys reading. In fact, her passion for music and playing the oboe has helped shape her future goals. In the immediate future, Maddie wants to get grades and get straight A's throughout her middle school career. Eventually, she'd like to try out for marching band, apply to college, and study music so she can continue to follow her dreams and become a professional musician. Norwood Middle School is expecting amazing things from Mandy Leach in the future. Congratulations. Our first 8th grade Rising Star student in 2015 is Mason Pfeiffer. Mason is well liked by both teachers and students and exemplifies many positive qualities. He always comes to class prepared and is typically the first student in the classroom. He is compassionate, sincere, and mature for his age. He is focused at school and avoids factors that might get in the way of his success. He understands the correlation between earning good grades and having a successful future. He always goes the extra mile to make sure his assignments are complete and accurate. Mason can usually be seen after school at the YMCA hanging out with friends. At home, he enjoys playing video games and completing his homework. He envisions attending college or trade program for welding after high school. Norwood Middle School teachers are proud to teach students like Mason Pfeiffer. He's truly a rising star. Congratulations. Sharpsburg Elementary and Primary Schools Rising Star students for January are Gracie Cox and Reed Heberling. Gracie is simply a joy to have in class. She goes above and beyond her responsibilities in the classroom. She is a great role model for her classmates as she is consistently making good champ choices. She gets along well with others and welcomes her friends with a smile. She participates in group discussions and is always eager to learn more. She works extremely hard at all tasks. The kindergarten teachers are excited to congratulate Gracie on becoming a Sharpsburg Rising Star. Congratulations. Reed has a contagious smile. He has made so many gains this year. He was apprehensive about coming to school, but soon he saw how cool it was to be in kindergarten, so he thought he could make the best of it. And that is exactly what he has done. He is so happy to be in class and to build friendships and to learn new things. He exhibits the characteristics to being a great champ. Through all the hard work Reed has demonstrated, we find him to be a great addition to the Sharpsburg Rising Stars. Congratulations. Norwood Elementary Rising Star students for January are Brooklyn Bradfield and Curtis Click. Norwood is pleased to recognize Brooklyn Bradfield as a Rising Star student for the month of January. Brooklyn comes to school ready to work and really seems to enjoy her learning. She has opened up in the classroom setting and has shown much improvement in her daily engagement. Brooklyn likes to share answers, work with friends, and is excited to show me what she is learning. She continues to make wonderful progress on her individual learning goals, especially in the area of reading. Brooklyn has also started to excel in art class and has demonstrated unique creativity and thorough understanding about her assignments. Brooklyn is a complete pleasure to have in class. Her funny, playful spirit is a joy to be around. Keep up the great work, Brooklyn. It is a pleasure to recognize Curtis Click as a Norwood View Rising Star student for the month of January. Curtis is a lovely, energetic kindergartner. He comes to school regularly and always tries his best, works hard to improve himself in all subject areas. He is a friend to everyone and a great help to his teachers. He always has a smile on his face and exhibits good champ behavior by always following school classroom procedures and rules. We're proud to have Curtis as a Rising Star. Congratulations, Curtis. Norwood Avenue Elementary School's Rising Star students for January are Baden Bloss and Cameron Hunderman. Baden is a kindergarten student at Williams Avenue Elementary. He is in Mrs. Phelps' class. He is a hard worker and very dedicated learner. He tries his best each day and he always has a smile on his face. He's a leader to all students in our classroom as well. He is eager to learn new things and is always engaged in our learning activities. It is truly an honor to work with him and enjoy getting to know him more and more as the school year progresses. Congratulations on being Williams Avenue Elementary's Rising Star of the Month. Congratulations. Miss Dilly, Mr. Dahl, and Mr. Walker are proud to nominate Cameron Hundeman, 6th grade student at Williams Avenue Elementary, for our next Rising Star Award. Cameron is a bright young man who is always polite and fun to be around. In art, music, and physical education class, he was always engaged and paying attention, and usually has correct answers to his teacher's questions. Beyond this, Cameron shows an ability to think deeply about the lesson at hand and often combines his knowledge with previously learned material to give complex and nuanced responses. On a personal level, Cameron is just plain likable. He's respectful, cooperative, and works well in team situations. Cameron is also patient and helpful with his peers in the classroom. Outside the classroom, he shows positive initiative with his involvement with the basketball team. Congratulations, Cameron.
I think they're just the move together. Oh, it could have been this way. Okay, everybody ready? 2, 3. Keep your, there you go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Norwood High School is excited about nominating J.D. Faust as the January Staff Rising Star of the Month. I'm trying to see if J.D.'s come from the basketball game.
He's working swimming.
Swimming.
He's working.
All right. We'll get his picture tomorrow at work. Norwood High School has chosen J.D. Faust as a rising staff member for the month of January. Without the amount of time and dedication he puts into his job, it was not a difficult choice to make. You'll meet no bigger fan of Norwood Athletics than Mr. Faust. Mr. Faust tirelessly supports the student athletes of Norwood High School and seeks to bring out the best in each student. Throughout athletics, academics are simply a positive message. If you take a look around this district and throughout the city, you will notice that Norwood has the finest athletic facilities around. This doesn't happen overnight. This happens due to the careful planning and fundraising that Mr. Faust does each and every day. Norwood is proud to have such a dedicated alum leading our athletic department. Congratulations, J.D. Norwood Middle School January Rising Staff Star is Laura Ferguson. Mrs. Ferguson is the Director of Avenues for Success. Mrs. Ferguson's role gives her the ability to positively impact all children directly in the Norwood City Schools. She has worked tirelessly to build the business model of our after-school programming. For years, she has reached out to businesses to build relationships and partnerships. She has sought wise people from around Cincinnati to grow her vision. Mrs. Ferguson is changing the world. Recently, Avenues for Success was trademarked with the intent that its framework will be emulated in districts all over the United States. Mrs. Ferguson has developed a new website with the support of Norwood Middle School teacher Mr. Irwin. Laura is also mentoring a University of Cincinnati student. Another new initiative is the Summer Junior Police Cadet Academy for students in grades 7 through 9 during the 2015-16 school year. On May 12th, the 8th grade will host their first career dinner with the support of Avenues for Success. Thanks, Laura Ferguson, for making Norwood City Schools an amazing place to grow and learn. Congratulations. Sharpsburg Elementary and Primary Staff Rising Star for the month is Sarah Lape. Second grade team at Sharpsburg is very lucky this year to have Sarah Lape join our primary family. Although this is her first official teaching position, she's not a stranger to Sharpsburg. She's student taught here with care needs and also filled a long-term ESL position. For 3 years, she tried everything she could to find her way back to Sharpsburg. When a teaching position became available in the spring, Sharpsburg teachers all jumped at the opportunity to work with her again. She is a positive and well-liked teacher. Many are surprised to learn that this is her first official classroom assignment. We are proud and honored to have her as part of our team. There are many reasons why Sarah Lape is an outstanding teacher and deserves to be the Rising Star this month. First, she is amazing with technology. She jumps at any opportunity to try something new involving technology with her students, from exit slips, online quizzes, clickers, and even online websites to practice and reinforce her focus for the week. Plus, her Google knowledge impresses us on a daily basis. This is an understatement. She is Google amazing. She willingly helps not only her second grade team members with issues involving Google, but has shared her Google knowledge at a recent teacher in-service in front of a number of her peers. We know that if we have an issue involving technology at any time, we can turn to Sarah for help. She will be there with a smile on her face, most likely figure it out in a matter of minutes, leaving us all to wonder, why couldn't I figure that out? Second, Sarah has exceptional ability to communicate with our families. She is a well-spoken, hardworking teacher who clearly articulates the students' needs and is always willing to brainstorm solutions to help those students who are struggling. She's a true professional parent. She's a true professional in parent meetings and always comes organized with detailed data for students. You can also find her every day after school in any kind of weather, standing outside, willing to talk to families about how they can support their child in school. And finally, Sharpsburg's love for her. Sarah possesses an exceptional ability to connect with children, even those who are the most resistant. She greets every student in the morning before they enter the classroom and really takes the time to get to know their likes and dislikes. Students know that she cares. She adopted a student anonymously in need before Christmas and went out of her way to buy items with her own money to ensure that they have a joyful holiday. When another family was in need and had nothing due to an unexpected tragedy, she cleaned out her closet, brought in a huge bag filled with clothes and shoes to help the family. Inside the classroom, Sarah manages to keep control in the classroom with a firm but friendly demeanor, present in both simple and complex math concepts to all levels of students. I have a feeling many students will be returning next year from the big elementary building looking for their second grade teacher, Sarah Lape, bursting at the seams to share what they've learned in third grade. We're truly proud and honored to have Sarah Lape working in Sharpsburg. Hope that she'll be a bulldog for many years to come. Norwood View's Rising Staff Star for January is Trish Wolfel. We're delighted to honor Trish Wolfel as a Staff Rising Star member at Norwood View for the month of January. She is currently in her 19th year teaching in Norwood and is a leader among the staff at View. Ms. Wolfel has excelled at building relationships with the staff, students, and parents. She is known as a kind, patient, knowledgeable, and truly dependable teacher. Her students really enjoy learning with her and look forward to her class each day. Aside from being a high-quality teacher, Ms. Wolfel is an active PTA member and volunteers her time for our school. Recently, she was able to call in a special favor, and Santa Claus himself came to View on December 19th. He and Mrs. Claus personally visited the students in their classroom and handed out candy canes to all of them. Without her personal relationship with Santa, this would not have been possible, and we're very grateful for the hard work she did to make it a special holiday for her children to View. Congratulations. Williams Avenue Elementary, Rising Star, Staff Star for January is Joe Wackett. And Joe's also working this evening. Williams Avenue Elementary nominates Joe Wackett as this month's Rising Star. Joe has a unique and contagious talent of optimism. Joe was always seen with an upbeat attitude and a smile on his face. This positive outlook on his career and life is constantly spilling over to his colleagues and students. Joe is the first person to offer his help in time of need and the last person to complain when schedules may have a conflict. Joe is a hard worker who loves what he does and never has had to work a day in his life. Perhaps the best quote to sum up Joe is this. When asked if he had a good weekend, he replies, "Haven't had a bad one yet." In addition to his daily classroom responsibility, Joe serves as an assistant band director at for the high school marching Indians. The staff and students at Williams look forward to the holiday and spring productions that are produced by Mr. Watkins. Joe is an excellent teacher and an even better human being. He is expecting his first child soon, and knowing Joe, he'll be a wonderful father and role model. Thank you, Joe, for making Williams Avenue Elementary the best place to work in the city. Congratulations. Go. J.D. Faust. At this time, we'll take a couple-minute break for everybody who's recognized this evening to follow Ms. Havlin outside for a few more photographs.
Education Committee report, Mr. Racy.
Okay. We have one item for approval tonight. I'd like to make approval of the Norwood High School Program of Study.
Okay, we got a motion. We have a second.
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Horsley.
Scott Dracy,
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Miracle.
Yes.
Faulkner.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes. Personnel Superintendent? Mr.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, I have several items under items personnel, beginning with letter A, employment. Number 1, extended service, 2014-15 school year, 1 individual. Number 2, resolution to hire non-certified coaches and advisors, 2014-15 school year. Number 3, supplemental contracts, 2014-15 school year, 2 individuals. We had Norwood High School spring play, 6 individuals. And that concludes my recommendations this evening.
Good, thank you. Moving on to...
I'll make a motion to
We gotta
approve.
make a motion to approve. Oh, man.
I'll second.
Okay. First by Mr. Dracy, second by Mr. Faulkner.
Scott Dracy,
Yes.
Faulkner.
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Miracle.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes. All right, now moving on to Policy Committee report. Mr. Faulkner.
Mr. President, we have no policies to report on this evening.
Moving on to Buildings and Grounds, we have 2 items. Item A, Norwood Promise, October 17, 2017, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., 5K run, Shea Stadium, and Norwood Police Department, March 17th, 18th, 2015, 5 to 9, Drug Education Forum, Norwood High School Mini Auditorium. I'd like to make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Dracy.
Bryant.
Yes.
Scott Dracy,
Yes.
Faulkner.
Yes.
Miracle.
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Finance Committee report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. By recommendation of committee, I'd like to make a motion for approval of item 11A, approval of financial reports December 2014. Item B, approval of classified substitute hourly rate at state minimum wage amount. Item C, approval of OSBA annual membership dues. And item D, approval of 2016 tax budget.
Okay, we got a motion. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Horsley.
Miracle.
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Faulkner.
Yes.
Scott Dracy.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes. Hearing of the public. We have no notice of hearing of the public. Any board announcements?
No?
Okay. Superintendent report.
Yeah, I just think tonight, with all of our recognitions and presentations, we're just such a great example of all the great things that are going on in our schools. Things that are what an amazing future for what we can do with the Gear Up Grant. And we have a just amazingly talented Gear Up Grant staff that is really doing a great job of working with our parents, our kids, our businesses, our existing teachers, administrative staff, guidance counselors, just infuse so much energy into this wonderful opportunity. And what we're doing with our kids in the classroom. I was stumped on some of that stuff, and I have 2 master's degrees. And so it was just amazing to see how teaching is transformed through technology. And just because we spend money on a piece of technology doesn't make a child learn. It's how we integrate it into the classroom and create excitement. And the best thing that we heard tonight was, well, when we put that piece of paper in front of students, it doesn't really excite them. But because it's on that fancy, shiny computer, piece of equipment, it engages. And the whole piece in the classroom is if you can excite your students about learning, that'll engage them, and they'll learn and won't even know it will do. So that's my superintendent's report tonight.
Great Oaks report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, we had our meeting last night out at Scarlet Oaks, and we still are meeting in an off-site room because they have the main room under construction. But during last night's meeting, we did elect Ron Friend as the president of the board for the next 2 years. So we have a new president, and pretty much we walked through a lot of the marketing materials and whatnot that they're doing to recruit students to their program. They are starting to do things in 8th grade, as young as 8th grade, and they have a lot of new tactics using internet that they're using to get parents drawn in and learn more about the Great Oaks. So they shared all that information with us. And then I'm excited in that I was on the policy committee for the last 3 years, and now starting this year I'm going to be on the building and assets committee. So it's going to be all new to me. I'm going to get to see a whole new side of the Oaks, and I'm excited about that. And that concludes my report.
Congratulations. Let's see, avenues for success, Ms. Horsley.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, so I shared out with you guys the website earlier tonight, and I'm really excited about that. There's so many great things that we're offering our students and families here through Avenues for Success, and Laura and Sheila are working so hard to make this program great and to offer a diverse range of clubs and programs that are going to benefit everyone in our community, and I'm really excited to be a part of that. We're meeting over lunch. Every other month we're going to do one evening meeting starting this month, and then next month we'll meet again over the lunch break. But you know, we have a great group of people in the Community Advisory Council. I sit on there for the Public Relations Committee along with Mr. Thornberry. But we have, you know, Liberty Tax Service, Gina and Michael, who own that group. They sit on the Community Advisory Council. I'm going to not remember everybody, but Betty Green is on there. A lot of parents and whatnot are part of that Community Advisory Council, and it's a great group of people that are working towards making that program very visible to our community and really building it up. So one of the big next steps that we're working on after we finish the website, which is now done, is a annual report so that we can share out more with investors, you know, what it is we're doing, what our needs are, what our funding looks like, and hopefully that can be at least a piece of marketing literature that we can share out and let people know what it is that we need and what we're doing with the dollars that we have. So more to come. I will report out every month, not like I did earlier, but more in this forum of just communication with the group. So that is all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Legislation report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. As the new General Assembly settles in, the 131st General Assembly, I'd like to share with you this week three bills that in the House. The House has concurred with the Senate's changes to these three pieces of legislation. It's House Bill 367, sponsored by Representative Denise Driehaus, requires the health curriculum of each school district to include instruction in prescription opiate abuse prevention. The bill also contains several other provisions related to attendance reporting. And House Bill 178, sponsored by Representative Debbie Phillips, makes changes to the law dealing with school safety drills in public and private schools. And finally, House Bill 290, sponsored by Representative Gerald Stevenson, allows for the use of school district premises by members of the public and immunity from civil liability for a school district and schools when permitting members of the public to use school premises. And that concludes my report this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Miracle. Moves us on down to meeting notification. All meetings listed below will be held at the Board of Education meeting room unless notified. 2132 Williams Avenue, Norwood, Ohio, 45212. Committee meeting Tuesday, February 10th, 2015, 5:30. Regular board meeting Thursday, February 19th, 2015, 6 p.m. at the Norwood Middle School auditorium. I'd like to make a motion.
Second.
Okay. Second, Mrs. Dracy. Call the roll.
Bryant.
Yes.
Scott Dracy.
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Miracle.
Yes.
Yes.
Moves us down to adjournment.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay. First by Mr. Miracle, second by Mr. Faulkner.
Miracle.
Yes.
Faulkner.
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Scott Dracy.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes.